Okay, we're going to start way back here first. We're going to go over the machine a little bit and we'll show you what's inside. Okay, pretty standard for the day. We'll just kind of give you a cabinet view here. Alrighty, we'll start from this angle. I've got the playfield raised into the service position. So-called this because it's a more stable position. You can get at all the components on the underside of the playfield. So, what's inside? Get my light here. Okay, what we got here is the total play meter. That's a count of the number of plays the machine has. Gonna drop something. Alrighty. This is the chime unit. That just has three plungers under it, one for each. No, we got probably 10 point, 100 point, and 1000 point. Of course, you got some fuses in here. There is the infamous tilt assembly right there. And you might be wondering what this other component is. This is also a tilt. It prevents, if somebody was to pick up the game, this would roll all the way back and disqualify their game. Hit a switch. Okay, further on. This might be considered the calculator of the game, or almost the brains. This is a score motor. This goes round and round. It also multiplies for a 500 point hit. That'll circle around so many times, and the various switches will pulse 5 times and give you the 500 points. All the relays are labeled in here, which is nice for servicing, for when you got to troubleshoot things. And in the back, we've got the main transformer. Okay, let's go to the inside of the playfield. This component right here is a bank of relays. They are also labeled, which makes things nice. We've got things, see, what do we got here? We got rollover relays and whatnot. So when a rollover is triggered, a particular one, the relay will click. It'll be in its latch position. See if we can illustrate that here. Trigger one of these guys. Here we go. Okay, so that went down. That will stay down while you're playing the game. And when your ball ends, this solenoid activates and resets the relay. Then we've got our drop target banks. When the drop target is actuated on the playfield, we'll just push one down here. It goes down and it'll stay down. This is just there's only one solenoid for these. These are not individually controlled ones like on other solid state games. And this also has a large solenoid on the bottom here. That's this piece right here. And let's see here, when this guy resets, pulls up all the drop targets and just the various lights and whatnot. There is a mechanical unit here, and that is for the bonus count. That has 2 coils on it. One that will do the adding. If you see here, we see our bonus lights. And then it's also got another one underneath. And the purpose of the one underneath is to bring it back down until the bonus is counted up. And you got flipper mechanisms, ball eject. This game does not have any kickers or slingshots. And this right here is the pop bumper mechanism. How that works is there, you can just see the red rod there. That is the actuation piece. See if I can get a better view of it. Here it is. So when the ball contacts it, we'll just move it a lot. The rod end moves a lot when the ball hits it. And there's a bottom set of switches here that close. And when the game is powered on, when that happens, the solenoid pulls it up. Let's go around here. The ring on the pop bumper, the silver ring is forced down and actuates the ball. Alrighty, let's go around to the back here. We'll take a look at everything. I've already pulled the back door off. Score reels, very important in a game like this. These are really easy to take out. There's just a side latch. This one's a little harder to see all the workings because it's got this plate, which is an extra set of switches for the match feature, and it's also used on the 100,000 point it can be used on. They use it for a few things. So we'll get one of the simpler ones here. Okay, here we go. Score reel. Has several switches on this one. It needs to know where the 0 position is. It needs to know where the 9 position is. So when it gets to the 9 and it activates, it will pulse the one next to it to make that one increment 1. And there's also a switch down here so it knows when it's reached its full extent of its stroke. And this design has a knob on the back so you can manually actuate it. And there is a ratchet mechanism on the inside that makes sure it only goes in one direction. We'll just put that back. So much time and effort went into cleaning these to make sure they work good, and it's well worth it to do it. And here we've got, this is a relay for like 100,000 point light. On this particular game, it's got a window for when the scorer reels roll over, 100,000 point light will light. And this relay has a hold coil on it, or a hold switch I should say. So when it trips it, it will stay lit until the next game starts. And again, all these relays are numbered, or I should say, well, they're lettered, which helps out when you're looking at the schematics. So you got, what is it, L, M, and etc. And then they also have a tag on the bottom, which says what they are. 1,000 point relay. Why have a 1,000 point relay? Well, when a 1,000 point switch is hit, the relay acts sort of as a like a small timer. It makes sure that everything happens that has to happen, that the score reel fully advances and the chime unit is gone through, and whatnot. And here we have the credit wheel. This game can have up to 15 credits. And on the Gottlieb games here, this is the player unit. This actually, on these games, it distributes the pulses to whichever player it is. Right now, player 1 is selected. And if we advance it 1, the lights went off on player 1, and now player 2 is active. So all the pulses will go to those score reels. This also acts as the ball count unit. It's a multifunction piece. It's got a stack of switches on it. Again, well worth the time and effort to go through it. And I'll show you one more thing about this game that I think is pretty cool. How do you change the light bulbs in it? Well, you can't get the glass out the front. No lift channel. We'll just set down the camera here. This is how you change the light bulbs. It's a little awkward. Be nice if it swung outward or whatnot, but it works nice. Kind of neat. You can see the back of the glass. This is how you would change it. You'd have to pull out these upper L brackets, and then it would come backward, and you pull it out. Yeah, still got a flaky bulb here. Got to do some work on these sides. There we go. But yeah. And we got some flash lamps there. And we'll just walk around this direction. And there we go. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, comment, give us a thumbs up, and share the video with your friends.